Yes.
So, hey, y'all, my name is Aura K. Can you reintroduce yourself?
My name is Katelyn Hutchison. I'm a professional track and field athlete along with a track and field analyst. Listen, y'all, I do a whole bunch of different stuff. I write, I talk, I do whatever.
Everything.
As long as it involves me speaking about track and field, I probably got my hands on it.
Period. I wanted to know boundaries and growth. Growing up, what was the moment you realized you had to set boundaries with people in your life, and how did you actually do it to get to where you are now?
So, that's a difficult question. I like you. You ask hard questions. But I would say in terms of just like maybe considering just like advocating for myself and making sure that like I get what I need. I'll go back to the moment that I talked about on the panel in 2022. So just to kind of give like a quick summary, in 2022 when Sha'Carri Richardson didn't make the team, she had expressed to the media, she was like, well, I feel like you guys aren't necessarily, being respectful to me and like other athletes with how you guys come across with questions and like how you talk to us, and like I want y'all to understand that like stuff like that isn't cool.
Yeah.
And so with that moment, a lot of the black women were like at the end of the mix zone, like talking to the rest of like the interviewers and stuff like that. And she came over, she was like, I'm gonna talk to y'all because y'all are black women, I love y'all, I'll support y'all. And I'm like, okay, cool, like okay, period. And so in that moment I'm talking to her, she's feeling real comfortable and stuff like that. And like this dude, he come over and he like sticks his camera like right up next to me. And I'm like
this close? Like really right in?
Closer than that, baby.
Oh, wow.
Closer than that, baby.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I felt bad because when he got there, like you could see her face visibly to kind of just like
Uncomfortable, yeah.
real uncomfortable and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I don't even know like what to do because like I want to keep talking to you, but also like I don't know what to do with him. And so he tried to ask a question, and I put my hand in his face because it's like, this is my interview, this is my space, this is what she is comfortable with. The last thing I'm gonna have you do is like ruin that because you're selfish enough to think that this is like for you. I was informed that an article name dropped me.
Oh my God.
And they were like, I don't understand how people like Sha'Carri can say she wants the media to understand her, but only want to talk to people like Katelyn Hutchison. First of all, I just got here. This is my first professional track and field meet like ever. My first time ever doing anything like this. How did I
get in there?
Get dragged into any of this? And I felt like in that moment, that's when I really realized like the importance of like community, having people advocate for you. And like advocating for yourself, because who knows what would have happened if I like just let him talk when he tried to cut me off and like all that other stuff. So I feel like that was my defining moment in terms of just like advocating for myself and setting boundaries.
Boundaries and then moving forward.
Yeah,
right? I love that. And I guess going with the boundaries take, I feel like us as black women, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they're just establishing boundaries and not being perceived as being aggressive or these other actions, or adjectives. In my mind, hard. So mentally, for your mental health, right? How do you go after what you want while still being, I guess, personable?
I would say it's really hard because as somebody who like genuinely is a people pleaser and doesn't like conflict and doesn't want to step on people's toes and be like, I think you kind of get to a point to where you realize like you can't accomplish what you want without asking for what you need. And it's like you kind of get in this space where it's like, well, I want to be the best person that I can be. I want to provide the best deliverables possible. Sorry, I cannot speak English. I want to provide the best products possible and do all these things correctly. But it's like, if you don't have the right type of funding, the right type of setting, the right type of support system, then you can't accomplish those things without asking for what you want. So I think you kind of get like more comfortable and like adjust to it. Because for me, I'll say like negotiating in terms of like how much I want to be paid. It's still hard, especially when I'm a black woman. Like, technically I feel like I'm fresh in this space. I'm like, I don't want to ask for this much. Like, I don't want to scare away my opportunities, but it's like, can you pay yourself and like your support system, like all these other people and like all these other things, if you are not advocating for like the amount of money or whatever else you need? So
and that does put you in a mental space of like, maybe, I don't know, I want to say lowballing ourselves, but like we gotta hype ourselves up too.
Facts, that's
like we up here and we just having a conversation today. Like we up there, we gotta remember ourselves. I know we are just starting in certain spaces, and I know you've been started period, but it's like, come on, we here, we up there. Have you seen the movie Hidden Figures?
I've seen, the last time I saw it was when I was younger, so like I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember.
I'll tell you a specific part. Janelle Monáe, she was in the courtroom and she was vouching for herself to be in a class, but she was talking in regards to being the first. And again, speaking about the panel earlier today, I know a couple of you guys touched base upon, going after your dreams, going after what you want, whether someone in your family have done before, whether it's you. And I guess one, are you the first in your family to, be in this track and field industry.
Yeah, no, like legitimately, yes. Particularly the media side. So I will say that there are people in my family that did run track.
Okay.
But in terms of like what they pursued outside of sports and college and things like that, I am the first to indulge in whatever path that I'm taking. And it's interesting because it's hard to kind of figure out like who to pull on.
Yeah.
Especially with my dad passing 3 years ago. Even if he didn't like understand something, he would take a lot of time to like research it to make sure that like, okay, even if I don't know it for real because I didn't go through it, I'm gonna make sure my daughter is good.
That.
Like whatever I need to know.
Yeah.
If it's not here, now I feel like a part of what I want and like I try to like accomplish is like developing like a family outside of my immediate family to be able to help me with things and like know specific things. So like having Black women that have been through the space or like are going through the space, so important because then I can be like, okay, XYZ specific situation happened to me. What do I do? And they're like, okay, XYZ this. And I'm like, yay! Or somebody's like, I didn't go exactly through that, but something similar. And like, here's what you can take with you.
But what is a piece of advice that you would give to the Black community, also just your community in general, like anybody, you know?
I would say like, if there's something that you're really passionate about, just stick with it. I have been through so much hell in terms of track and field media, and like trying to be a professional athlete or being a professional athlete that if you don't love it, you don't need to be doing it.
Yeah.
And that's not to discourage people from doing whatever they love or think they love, but it's like, well, if you don't love it, don't be doing it because you're gonna be pissed. Like I said, if there's something that you feel like you're supposed to be doing in terms of your goal or in terms of your path, continue to do it. And don't let shit throw you off your game because there's gonna be something that's gonna come get you, and you're gonna be like, dang, get back up, feel sad about it, get back up and keep it moving. So yeah.
And it's okay to switch paths too. I feel like people don't
absolutely.
That as well. Like,
yeah, you can switch. Yeah. Girl, you can switch. I just wanted to be an athlete when I was in college. And then I was like, dang, I know how to talk and I can get paid to talk. So now I got two dreams that I'm trying to accomplish at the same time. So if you want to switch, go ahead and switch.
Yeah. So in everything, based off the the name of this festival, Envision Fest, what do you see yourself in the next, let's do short-term, long-term goals, okay? What do you envision yourself to be? You know, what are your goals? Where are you at right now?
Absolutely. LA 2028 for the Olympics, running track and field, being a professional athlete, with or without a contract, I don't care.
Yes.
I will be getting a gold medal.
Yes.
I don't care if it's the open 400 or if it's the 4x4 or the mixed 4x4, baby. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to go get. I don't care what nobody has to say. My daddy already said it's going to happen. And so the long-term girls, whether it's with like me being an actual athlete or with media, my entire goal is to just like inspire people. But I hope that like I can, you see, I'm going to say this and then God going to send me through some stuff and then He going to be like, but you in? I'll be like, girl, shut up. But my hope is that whatever journey that I've had, I can go out and speak to people, use the gift that He gave me and be like, y'all are going to be fine. As crazy as it sounds, I'll be like, listen, I know, but look at what He took me through. You're fine. Yeah. And then allow people to feel peace with that and stuff like that. So maybe whenever I retire from whatever stuff, I go and be a motivational speaker, whatever the case is. So yeah.
I say that's in the conclusion. Even right now with me doing this, I'm in music, I've mentioned before, so trying to get into this creator space, content creation space as well, and actress as well, model.
It'd be hard, girl. It'd be hard.
I keep saying, recently, ask God for a sign. And it's okay to ask God for a sign. Because when you ask for God for a sign, I be thinking He gives it to you. So with that being said, I feel like, I know I just, got to know you, but based on what you told me about your life, it's like God giving you a lot of signs right now.
Listen, He don't be playing. Know what to be looking for. Ask Him to know what to look for. I think it'd be okay at the end of the day. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having this interview with me today, Caitlyn. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. Again, it's Aura K. We're done. Hugs. Yes! Oh my